You're listening to Productivity Monsters in the Morning. We are the energy vault your real estate business needs to get you up and out and excited and productive for the day. We go over trending topics and things that really matter in the market of the moment. Here are your hosts, Tiffany Hampton and Brooke Silva.
Good morning.
Good morning. Happy Monday after a 3-day weekend.
Today is Monday. Today is Monday.
I feel like 3-day weekends cause Monday to be a little more intense.
That is a great way to put that. And it's funny because holidays often make us take less care. Certain people, I know I take less care of myself than a normal weekend outside of the normal craziness. So while we didn't have all these kid events going on and birthday parties and things to do, it's still just as crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I had Jess down. We celebrated her birthday. It was Easter. We had my stepson's family and, and then it's the cooking and the cleaning up.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a ton.
And what do we do to take care of ourselves throughout all that?
Right? Not much. I can tell you that, not much.
Yep. And then we show up on Monday.
Mm-hmm.
And Mondays are supposed to be refreshed, starting great week. Yeah, no, nice try.
Yeah, it's not. And I was telling you earlier before we hopped on this weekend, I'm allergic to shrimp, and it's a later in life allergy and it's a pain in the butt because I know how much it is wonderful. And it's only shrimp. It is the most god awful thing. It's not, I can be around it, but I cannot touch it. And then if I eat it, it's a hospital ride, but if I touch it accidentally, it's hives and it's itchiness and it's Benadryl. And unfortunately, that's what happened yesterday at a family event. Was I avoided it like the plague. I wish they would just not put it out, but I'm one person instead of all these other New Englanders. And I was helping my mom clean up and I touched the wrong thing.
Yep.
And that Benadryl, I didn't have time for a Benadryl good night nap. I had stuff to do, and that Benadryl hangover is not a fun place to live in, but it's better than a hospital trip, but it's still not a fun place to live in.
Yep. 100%. And it's, we had Jess and her dog, and so now my dog gets displaced a little bit. And
Aww.
I know Lola has a little bit of a personality and an attitude. If you've not heard it on some of these calls, she wants what she wants when she wants, and that's how our children are too, though. And that's how our family is. That's how we are. So when we look at some of it's making sacrifices, and then when you put yourself behind others, what's the one thing you do for yourself to get back to where you need to be centered?
It's so difficult. It's so difficult to figure that out because self-care could be something as simple as sitting outside. Oh, see,
she heard self-care.
She heard her no, and it's everybody thinks of self-care as having to go on these extravagant things, take yourself away for a vacation. It could be something as simple as just going for a quick walk outside, and just getting out of a space that you're in.
Yeah. Well, and it's teaching our kids, right? This is the other piece of it. If you have young ones in your family, whether they're yours or somebody else's, it's a lot for us as adults. It's even more for young people that don't have the knowledge and the experience.
Right.
So, teaching them to go for a walk.
Right.
The blessing and curse of Keller Williams is that when did I joined Keller Williams in 2013. So my youngest was 6 years old, and I was not who I was today, where I asked tons of questions.
Yeah.
So they had the reactive mom versus the mom that wasn't so reactive and asked questions. It drives him mental when I ask him, my biggest question that drives them absolutely crazy is what you're sharing with me. Are you looking for a response, or are you looking for me to just listen?
And it's funny because at the end of the day, I had to learn how to use that with people in my life.
Yeah.
Right. Like I can now say to my husband, please just listen. That's all I need you to do. I just need you to listen. That's it. Just please listen.
Yeah.
And he's like, so you don't want me to suggest things? Do you know how hard that is? And I'm like, we're going to have to figure that out.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you're recovering this Monday after a long family, hopefully relaxing weekend, what are you doing for yourself to get your Monday started well?
And hopefully we're not recovering from a Benadryl hangover like I am.
Or any type of hangover.
Right. Right. What does it look like? I actually listened to a book for pleasure on the way to work today, instead of every day I hop in the car and I throw on something we have to be reading on an Audible. And today I listened to a silly book, right? Not silly, like it was a comedy, just nothing that had to do with building my brain or business or my agents. Like it had everything to do with like pure pleasure of listening. And I was like, I can't, I'm brain dead. If I try to listen to something, I'm not gonna retain it. And I know that, and I'm looking forward to vacation next week. So I hope you have some guests lined up, because I'm
on vacation next week too.
You guys are going to be without us for a whole week at the Productivity Monsters. You'll survive. You'll survive.
You'll need a break from us. It's all good.
Yes. They do. They do. No, what are you doing? And then also the other thing is, who around you are you saying these things to? Because for years I would self-implode. And then my husband would say to me, I didn't know you were near a breaking point. I didn't know, because you're not communicating these things. Who around you can look at you like the person, you're above me on my screen, you're probably next to me on the recording, but like you can tell by my tone of voice, you can tell by my texts, you can tell by the quality of work I put out. You have me so narrowed into your sights when it comes to how I'm feeling, and vice versa. I'm like, ooh, Tiffany cranky, something happened, like crankier than normal, right? So like
crankier than normal. Thank you. Hey, it is what it is.
So find your people. Listen to The Mountain Is You as well. We've been talking about that book for a long time. Read it, listen to it, absorb it, because part of the lack of self-care for years was because I was putting the mountain up in my own way instead of these tiny little molehills or pebbles. So take care of you.
Absolutely. All right. Have a great week.
You too. Bye.
Bye.